All right, thank you so much for staying here with us. Moving on, Koffi Olomide sentenced to 18 months in jail for kidnap. Popular Congolese singer Koffi Olomide has been sentenced to 18 months in prison by a court in France for the kidnap of his former dancer, and Versailles courts in France made the sentence after finding him guilty of holding 4 women, his former dancers, against their will. Koffi Olomide denied the accusations by his former dancers, saying the dream of the young women who accused me was to live in France and obtain papers from associations. He was, however, cleared of the sexual assault charges he had earlier on been charged with on the same dancers. The court cleared him of the rape allegations because of the conflicting evidence presented. The alleged sexual assault on the dancers had allegedly been perpetrated between 2002 and 2006 at his home in the Paris region. This is, however, not the first time the courtier Latin band boss Koffi Olomide will be having a problem with the law. In 2016, he was expelled from Kenya following a public assault on one of his dancers. He later apologized, acknowledging a little moment of distraction, while in 2018, Zambia issued a warrant of arrest against him for assaulting a photographer.
Okay, so it's always very sad when somebody who is who has been around for quite some time, everybody knows about you, you've done a fantastic job, you're literally a legend, to be honest. To have such allegations now want to taint the good that you've done. And that's the thing about people. People will more likely want to remember the bad things that you've done than even the good things that you've done. Because it's okay, yes, he did good music, okay, but guess what? He was assaulting this person, he was, and now they say you kidnapped your dancers. How? Another thing is also, when you know that you're in this position of power, let me put it that way, understand that people always want to use you for their ends. So the dancers actually might have said, you know what, we need to get papers. And he probably now wanted to help them. And then for some reason, the thing now went sideways. And they said, oh, and then they'll probably want immunity and use him. And then call it. So
if you ask me, I've always had this thing in mind about Koffi Olomide, especially with the fact that, you know, we said all of the things that he has done in the past. And yes, I feel that he is brilliant, is talented and all that, but that is not enough. Character should be part of living.
Yes.
So you cannot say that because you have all the talent and then you take people for granted, you treat them anyhow, you talk to them anyhow. It is not done. So this, and thankfully we talked about all the things that is done in the past and all that. So I'm very happy that he's going to jail. Yeah, you can look at me and feel, oh, why is she saying she's happy that somebody is going to jail? Because I think he has to learn some lessons, because sometimes some people feel that they're bigger than the law. And that the moment you begin to think that you're bigger than the law, and then you begin to misbehave, you should enjoy the time too. Yes, just do it. Because I don't see anything wrong in you work for somebody and then you want to, you know, have papers and all that. I mean, it's just, it sounds bizarre to me. Like, how do you now go about kidnapping people? It is unheard of.
The crazy thing is that you're happy, but the ladies and their lawyers are not happy because, they filed for kidnapping and the sexual assaults, but sadly, he has been cleared of the sexual assault. So they are just concentrating on the kidnapping. And it's crazy how all of these things, the court said we cannot work because there's no evidence to show that. But that's the annoying thing about law. Like, you say, oh, it happened in the timing between then and now you do not report. Now, those girls are actually not happy with that situation.
So the only thing they can hope for is karma.
Okay, but then let me now also say this. Okay, so now I'm a dancer and I go to meet him and say, you know what, please let me just use you to get papers. Let me stay in Paris. And then what was I going to give him in exchange?
No, he will house you.
So what was I going to give him in exchange?
Money.
You had the money, so the only part knows what I'm saying. What were the girls going to give him as payments if they couldn't afford to go and be residents the right way? Do the math. But again, everything is allegedly, so let's see what happens.